Doing the right thing is exhausting.
I could be down in Cancun or something, just living it up, hiding out.
Oh.
But I'm still here.
Happy Sunday, friends! Even though I don't think anybody's here yet. Hello! 'Tis I, DM Daddy RPG, and my responsibilities are done.
Oh! One of these days I'll get used to the handover. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Highlander. Call to arms. Everyone's waving. It's kind of weird. Do it again. There we go. That's great. Perfect. Today we are joined by DM Daddy RPG playing Jason Wild.
Pew pew, motherfucker!
As Timothy Edwin. And Core Hall, aka Chef.
Chef!
Every time. You're just Chef now. Is that cool?
That's
Chef Jeff.
always been fine.
Playing Bjorn. If this is your first time joining us, hi. Hello. How's it going? We have a Discord. If you want to join us to hang out outside of games, outside of Twitch, outside of chat, you can come on over. Say hello. We talk a lot about nerdy shit all the time. It's also where you can go to vote for our next upcoming game, which is going to be Demon the Fallen. Still accepting interest applications. If you're interested, join our Discord, pop on over, click the link to apply, and we'll see how that goes. If you're on YouTube, hi YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, if you could just click the little button. You don't have to do notifications or anything, but the subscriptions help us with ye old algorithm. We have tons of games. If this isn't your jam, and if this is your jam, this is number 9. There are 8 before here. And see how we got here to this place where we are. This is fine. There's also werewolf and vampire and Shadowrun and Old Gods of Appalachia. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of my face. There's a lot of all these faces, and I love them, each and every one of them. Hey, and finally, if you really like us, want to show your appreciation for as little as $1 whole dollar, you can join us on Patreon as well. There are perks to a Patreon membership, including like weighted voting, free redeems in the Twitch chat, access to an inner circle chat in Discord, merch, spots in one-shots, priority casting, whole lot of stuff. It's worth it if you're into that kind of thing. And now that I've said all the compulsory words, hey guys, what happened last week?
Brad happened last week.
It was amazing. Brad happened last week.
Yes, it really was.
Glendizzle, give me something specific.
I got shoved in a closet.
And shot in the knee.
It shot in the knee. It was just like, that was not a great day for poor little Timothy. We went to go talk to the guy at the prison, and well, after the talks, there was a prison break, and Timothy got shoved in a closet and shot in the knee for trying to leave the closet. It wasn't a good day.
It's an allegory for modern times. Hey, Chef, what happened last week?
Yeah, we went to talk to Mr. Mars's dad, Mr. Martello. Got some interesting information, specifically that his family has apparently been in cahoots with at least one immortal for time immemorial. And then, yeah, another random immortal spawned. Looked an awful lot like, his name is Les Brockner, I think the name was.
It was.
And he went off the high rope on all of us.
Big boy not built for high rope.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know I needed to bring it up.
All right. DM Daddy, what'd they miss?
I gave people that can't die a chance to be good people, and they weren't. And once again, nice, normal people that can die died as consequences of said actions of people that can't die. And Jason's feeling a certain way about that.
After the prison's cleared, you guys eventually are allowed to leave. Where do you guys go?
I suggest the Wharf restaurant because I never did get my damn shark.
You know what? I was just gonna suggest let's go someplace, Billy. Let's go. Food seems like a good place to settle down and talk over things.
Jason, do you have an opinion?
It wouldn't matter if I did.
Okay. Timmy, any particular place you want to go?
We can go to that Wharf restaurant. I have not been. Last time I suggested a place, it got blown up.
All right.
Okay.
So after this, you go get some food. We're going to kind of come back together the next day. Where is everybody spending the night?
The church.
Church.
Still on the clock.
Probably the church. Probably the church.
Okay. Everyone goes back to the church except Verso. Verso decides to go to his hotel room, get a change of clothes. Take some time to himself. Maybe give the cute little nurse a call. Who knows? He's a handsome immortal, currently in New York City. Sky's the limit.
Got cookies.
Just had a rough couple of days.
When you return to the church, neither Calvin nor Naomi are there.
Going to text
Go,
Naomi.
I'm gonna go look for Dominic.
Okay. Father Dominic is meandering about the main sanctuary of the church like he normally is. During business hours, he can usually easily be found.
Okay. Excuse me, Father.
Yes, Timothy.
Where did our guest... Hold on. I need to voice out. Alright, let's try that again. Where did our guests go to?
Naomi left, sort of worried. I asked where she was going. She did not wish to share her location with me.
How long ago was it?
Oh. 4 or 5 hours ago.
Okay, no, okay. It was this. Did we find the missing?
Before you got there. Before you got there.
Okay.
Not during the night while you slept.
Okay. So no sleep. Okay. 4 or 5 hours ago. Did they go with anybody, or was it just those two?
Well, Calvin took a phone call and said he had to go back to the restaurant to grab something.
Okay. Naomi didn't say.
She did not seem like she wanted to tell me details.
Okay. Well, thank you. And
You're
I'll
welcome.
go with the group again.
Is everything okay?
Padre?
Yes.
I hope so.
Padre, can you explain something to me?
I will do my best, but you're very stubborn.
I try. Why did I happen to run across a blade that I'd swear to God, multiple gods even, was yours hanging in a pawn shop in the middle of New York?
Because someone sold it, I'm sure.
Why didn't you have it? Why isn't that in a museum, even if you decided to get rid of it?
Because I'm out of the game. Bjorn. What use do I have for it here?
Aesthetic value? Last line
There
of
is,
defense?
in choosing this life path, I did not choose it lightly. When I decided to take up the cloth, become a man of God, I understood that it meant a certain asceticism. I don't need things like my old swords, my old clothes, my old things. I have what I need right here.
So who'd you give it to?
I sold it to a pawn shop 4 years ago.
Apparently it's been making the rounds then.
Either of you, if you want to, you can roll insight.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Why did that not roll?
What? It did.
Okay, sorry.
It did
I
roll.
was looking away for me.
You got a 9.
Yeah.
Bjorn, that makes sense. If he's decided to turn over a new leaf and
Yeah.
become someone else, he's in a safe space almost all the time. It's very unlikely someone's going to come, at least an immortal, for his head.
And he's a priest. He wouldn't lie to me.
He would never. Timothy, well, everything he's saying feels like it makes complete sense. There's a certain surface level emptiness where it's been rehearsed before. Either it's not the first time he's been asked this question, or maybe there's some doubt about whether he made the right decision, Or maybe there was some other motive to him deciding to hang up the sword. He's just not... There's something missing. And you can't put your finger on exactly what.
Timothy just kind of gives him a questioning look a little bit. Just that, okay. But I'm not going to say anything. Oh, we did have one name we wanted to run by you right quick to see what if you know this person.
Okay.
Apparently, it's another immortal. Giovanni Danella?
Giovanni Danella. That is a bit familiar. Yes, why?
Seems like he's the one who's out for heads.
I didn't know he was operating in the United States.
Apparently he has been for several decades at least.
At least remotely. I don't know if he's here in person.
Well, the way he said it made it sound like he's a friend of 4 or 5 generations.
Last I ran into him, he was in Italy. Was mid 1800s or so. I know he had family, real family, come here as early as 1860, 1870, into the north.
Okay.
They've been around this area for quite some time. He is very connected. I do know that, like many of us, looking right at Bjorn, or then right at Timothy, like many of us originally, he did not make his money in upstanding fashions. There were rumors he was Robin Hood, but he was not Robin Hood. I did hear rumor that he was perhaps a pirate. That I would believe. That I would believe.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What name did he go by when he was pirating?
I don't know. He was not always Italian. He spoke with a very bad accent until the early 1900s. There's something wrong.
Just random piracy connection. I used to do that for a decent chunk of my life, so.
Well, if you can't die, you don't have to worry about scurvy.
True. And thankfully I stayed out of France, but...
But you do have to worry about people taking your head and using it as trophies. You know,
that
Blackbeard.
Is not without
They
risk.
did do that to Edward, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's a... Do you know what he looked like?
At the time? Long dark
Last
hair, blue
song.
eyes.
Okay.
Medium height, medium build. Maybe a little on the muscular side.
No tattoos or marks or anything?
Did not get close enough to see.
Okay.
Okay.
Last I heard of him, his latest wife died in 2002.
In Italy?
Then no one really
Or
saw
here?
much of him.
You did?
No. No one.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Really?
I misheard you there.
Much of him.
Jen, can I roll to see whether or not that rings a bell of any of the pirates I met?
Sure.
That plus the name? Would that is that
I will roll, like,
intelligence?
social
Is
science?
that intelligence or like social sciences or streetwise, or what are you thinking?
If you're trying to go by your own personal experience, it would just be intelligence.
Okay.
Can I aid any with, if I had heard any rumors coming into ports?
You can roll intelligence too.
Okay. No, we don't know nothing.
I mean, that describes half
Okay,
the pirates in the Caribbean.
You all have one advantage to use if you would like to tap into that early.
No.
Bjorn, I know what you're thinking. 9 is not really enough to know for sure if that description fits anyone in particular. Dark hair, blue eyes, it's very vague.
Does it rule anyone out?
Not the person you're thinking of.
Shit.
And 9 is not very high, but I will tell you that if you are being a little conspiratorial about it, which it seems like you kind of are, if you're feeling some kind of sus, to be fair, Giovanni is Italian for John.
Italian for
John.
John. Oh, son of a bitch. And that one I actually do say out loud. Okay. Okay. 2002.
No problem.
What'd you figure out?
If this is who I think it is, and I have reason to believe it might be, I also have reason to think it might not. So I'm not saying anything definitively, but this might be somebody I've had trouble with in the past.
Then talk it through. Why do you think it would be and why not?
You got a name?
There was a man named John Bonney. I don't know if anyone's... Actually, tell you what, do you want to get Jason in here to ask for this, or do you care?
Yeah, we can pull Jason in. Also, while we're doing that, I'm going to pull up my phone and I'm going to Google John Bonney, and as well as deaths in 2002.
Okay.
To see if there's a match in an obituary or something somewhere.
Okay, roll me computers. I think it's computers or technology. I always get them.
Computers in this one.
Okay. You try John Bonney, you try like different spellings of Bonnie, you try deaths, you try obituaries. 2002, you brought in and out to like a 4-year span. You don't find anything.
Okay. All right. So whenever Jason gets up with us, I'm assuming...
I'll run downstairs and get Jason.
Did Naomi respond to my text messages?
Not yet, no.
Okay, cool.
One crack at the blinds, and it's...
What exactly did you send her, buddy?
Hey, free will or taken?
Okay.
So, since Timmy's coming to get me.
Yeah. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
We might have a lead on that Giovanni guy. With a different name. You could come up and see if we could figure this one out.
Naomi, want help for that?
I mean, actually, an extra set of brain never hurts. You usually have a nice little angle that the rest of us don't have.
Sure, kid.
Head back up.
Okay. So when They walk in. All right. If this is the guy I'm thinking of, I knew him as John Bonnie. If anybody's familiar with pirate lore, you know that.
Yes, I've heard of him. Yeah.
John Bonnie was the original husband of the notorious pirate Anne Bonny, who, back in the golden age of piracy, left her husband after a rather tumultuous few months and a not at all happy marriage, and ran off with a pirate by the name who went by the name of Calico Jack. They also picked up another sailor at that port whose name escapes me, and I really should know it, but for some reason I can't remember that other pirate's name. That sailor turned out to be a woman. That woman fell in love with Bonnie, and the three of us had something resembling a relationship for a number of years until, well, things kind of ended rather catastrophically. John Bonnie has never forgiven me and has been hunting me across the world and across time. If this is the guy I know as John Bonnie, the last time I saw him, he was chasing me out of Canada, or chasing me through Canada, I should say, about 110, 115 years ago. The man has no compunction whatsoever about collateral damage. Last time he was there, he burned down my tavern and has hunted me for quite a while ever since. I think every time one of his mortal wives passes away, he gets a thirst for vengeance and comes after me. If this is the person I'm thinking it is. There is reason to believe it might not be, because all the evidence is somewhat... The evidence could point to a lot of people, but the connection plus the immortality kind of makes me think this.
That explains why you would be on the list.
Yes.
Why would I have been on the list?
I can't put that part together yet. Maybe all of the people on that list are the people who have wronged him. Maybe they're the only immortals he knows and is hoping to get us together to try to take us all out or cause the gathering or who knows what else. But if we're going into a situation where we may be fighting this guy, I felt that everybody needed to know what we were up against, which is, Jason, why I asked you to be here.
You're just kind of thinking off into space. You imagine the level of power, the quickening of 10 immortals. Like 10 quickenings at the same time. That would be something.
The fuck's a quickening?
The lightning storm when you saw Verso take that head.
Okay.
It's
his soul,
power, memory, and soul.
Yeah. It is amazingly awesome and excruciatingly painful at the same time. It's like it literally lights up every section of your brain simultaneously.
You literally get struck by lightning.
True. If that were to happen, I don't know, would it just be like taking 10 heads separately, or would somehow doing it all together?
I don't know.
I've never heard of anything more than like 2, and even that was I don't even believe that one was real. But a big enough bomb, big enough shrapnel.
That would have mean they would have had to have been in the area to receive the quickenings, just because we were all there. I mean, even if one of us had survived, then the odds of you getting all of it has gone down.
But still, 5. That could jumpstart us into who knows what else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe maybe there's some level above immortal. Maybe there's some extra powers or something that people would get at that level. Who knows? I find the idea honestly terrifying.
Oh, that's a whodunit, isn't it?
That's a possibility. That's assuming that he's working alone.
Yeah.
For all we know, because the man I'm thinking of paid off a mafia boss $3 million plus Lord only knows who else, how many favors, procuring, transporting. This is not cheap or easy. Honestly, I was kind of insulted at the price, though. I kind of felt like it would have cost more to do some sort of terrorist attack.
Just out of curiosity, Jen,
Mm-hmm.
how long has Maximo Trust been on the scene as a public figure?
From the very, very beginning, probably a public figure 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
He's been in the field for as many as 10.
All right. Let me throw the Google searches into overdrive again. See how far back how far back can I find a mention of him?
Using the name Maximo Trust, you can find, I'll say 12 years. Like, you gotta dig for it, but it's like at an independent, like, technology exhibition in, like, Milwaukee.
Are there pictures?
There's a grainy, like, actual local newspaper photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I want to compare, see if it looks like he aged at all.
Okay. No. You can tell that he's updated his look. The way he dresses now, he dresses to appear younger.
Mm-hmm.
Or appear older than he did. But if you really, it doesn't look like he's gotten new wrinkles or.
12 years isn't that long to establish an aging thing. I was trying to see if he was a more recent immortal or if he was older, but obviously.
You'd need a better photo to know for sure, but it doesn't seem like he's aged since then. Not to your eye.
My gut's telling me there's a connection between these two, if not just another alias.
One of Mortal's been operating in New York for the past century or more.
I mean,
it stands to reason he would at least.
I've been here for 3.
Yeah, it would stand to reason that anybody operating this area would at least have some form of knowledge, if only through random coincidence over the years, to have bumped into one or two of us and try to keep tabs on everyone, if only to keep the peace.
Because he knew my current alias. Well, whoever wrote the list.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I should say it's my previous alias now. I don't know.
So until we get different, let's just go with this for now. But
yeah,
yes. So,
Jason, you get a return text message from Naomi's phone, but it's just like a nonsense string of like letters. Like she was trying to like type out words, but even her autocorrect couldn't figure out what she meant.
Okay, pocket my phone.
Did I see Jason check his phone?
Yeah, I mean, he's been standing there with his phone in his hand.
Oh, okay.
He'll get the ding and then check it. And then he'll put it in his pocket.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, we can try to find this Giovanni guy. We don't have much of a don't have much to go on except for going through the rest of the underground, but someone that old, that rich, would probably be very well protected. Or we try to go with Naomi's idea, which was try to go after Maximo Trust tonight at his building, which screams trap to me.
That was at least 2 nights ago, Bjorn.
Yep. That's also true.
My mistake then. Or, I mean, are there any other ideas that I'm missing?
Did we have any other dates on the schedule, or was it like every night that Maximo Trust was going to be there at those hours, according to Naomi?
According to the schedule she sent you, he's there most nights from 6 to 9 p.m. Mm-hmm. Not every night. Sometimes there's conferences, sometimes there's business calls, sometimes there's alone time, whatever the fuck that means. He doesn't seem to have like much of a social life, but most nights 6 to 9 he is there. Including tonight.
Okay.
To me, it seems that perhaps we would have better success instead of walking into a facility he controls utterly, trying to perhaps intercept his car on the way. I'm not saying it's not without difficulty, but it would at least not give him nearly as much of an upper hand to
Jason, anything
trap and murder us all.
For planning?
What are we trying to do?
If we try to go get Trust?
Precisely. So, it's either we try to go after a publicly known kingpin, or we try to go after someone who's been manipulating in the shadows of the underworld for Lord only knows how long.
Yeah, they're both immortals, so you guys aren't going to do anything anyway, so.
What do you mean?
I mean, outside of Verso, you guys have just let every immortal get away no matter what they're doing, so what's the point?
What were you expecting?
I was expecting maybe, you know, hey, there's a known murderer in the maximum security area of a prison murdering nurses, corrections officers, and stuff. I was very explicit with what I was expecting. Hey, go stop that dude killing people that won't come back. That's what I was expecting. Or, you know, really?
Yes.
Really?
There were two corrections officers about to go in. Oh God!
I'm going to pull up the news article. Oh, look at that! Hey, inmate escapes prison.
You didn't ask.
Very stopped. Very stopped. Good job. I'm sure the killer that can't die, who got out of prison, is definitely not going to kill anyone else.
I was trying to go out and you shot me in the leg.
That's not you, Timmy.
Okay.
You did exactly what I asked. No, Bjorn, you know what? I don't care what you have to say, Bjorn. You literally just told me a story of an immortal that you pissed off from like hundreds of years ago by stealing his wife that is still harassing you and coming after you and stuff. That's literally what you just told us. So, no, your track record outside of Verso, who's stopped an immortal that was trying to kill them, you don't do shit. Unless it's killing living thugs that won't come back, or torturing people in an alleyway, or threatening to torture people here in the church, or, you know, unless you can have the advantage of killing a normal, living, breathing mortal, you don't do shit. That's what I've learned from my week with you. So fuck off.
He's just looking back and forth at the two.
Unless you're gonna kill me too. Because you know I can die.
Stand up. Thank you for your hospitality, Padre. Walk outside.
Let me see that article right quick. Take it, read through it.
I imagine it made news.
Oh, I would really think so.
Whole city's on fire now.
I'm sorry for not confirming that with you first, Jen. I just assumed.
No, you're fine.
Manhunt for dude who killed a bunch of corrections officers and a nurse.
Whole city's on alert.
I just go through it. Like, oh.
Yeah.
You know what? Just for funsies, he's killed like 3 more people on his way into hiding.
Good job, Brad. Good job.
It's very effective.
Brad is super effective.
Oh yeah,
He really is.
I'm sorry, but like I said, he gave off sociopath vibes from the moment I met him. And like this past week has been nothing but kind of evidence going that way. I'm sure in some weird Viking pirate, fisherman, all the other list of things he told me that he did throughout all of his years, it maybe makes sense to him. But to me, as a modern living dude, he's full of shit. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, Padre, for using such foul language in your church. Breaking point. I can't. I can't.
You're very strong emotions. In my experience, Bjorn preaches a lot of things at a lot of times, and 5 minutes later, he does not mean them.
I'm sure that in his mind and in his heart, he means well and he thinks he's doing good. There's so many dead bodies around him now that and granted, yeah, I was there too. I could have done something. I could have tried to, but the thing is that I can fucking die.
You have learned something you did not know before, so that influences your behavior.
I didn't even want to know it. But I can tell you what, if I could not die, I'd at least be doing some good. Maybe I'm the crazy one. I don't know. But everything's different now in the world.
Hypothetical, Mr. Wilde.
Yeah.
If you could choose to not die, would you take it?
I've been offered it and I turned it down. Because there's this crazy scientist that can apparently make people immortal now. Or is at least trying to.
Hypothetical, not
Yeah. Hypothetical. I have no fucking idea. If I was given the same choice I was given the day I found out that this was real, I have no idea what I'd pick.
Most of the good news is you don't have to.
Because on the one hand, there's a lot of good I can do with it. On the other hand, I've seen what 1,000 years of being alive can do.
Having to constantly fight for your life can chip away at a soul.
That's the thing. I'd agree with that statement, Padre, but anytime that there's a situation, it's in a situation that he's not fighting for his life. He's fighting with a shotgun blast, his guts hanging out, and still going perfectly fine because he's fighting a dude that will die.
Maybe the part of the soul that he lost is his bravery.
I
admit, I haven't been in a lot of the fights. A lot of times I usually tend to go the other way because look at me.
Yeah, you make sense, Timmy. You, for some reason, are a child forever being.
Yeah. Kinda sucks. But making do with what I got.
And I'm trying real hard not to put him down. It's just literally like he's making all bad guy choices. And I don't think he realizes he's making all bad guy choices.
So maybe what he needs is someone to guide him.
Except he doesn't fucking listen to anyone. And then he comes back with, well, I did what I thought was right.
Then maybe he needs someone to stop him.
Yeah, well, unless I get a much more high caliber gun, that's not going to be me.
Question, Jen.
Yeah.
Did I hear Bjorn bring up the whole sword conversation with?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You were there for the insight check.
I thought so. I wanted to be sure. Well, okay. Let me think on that one. Sorry, I was lost in thought for a second. Look, guys. Honestly, I would normally call this way above my pay grade and bow out, hide out for a while. That would have been my first go-to. Because that's what's kept me alive for this long. I don't have the reach that a full-grown body does. And so in a sword fight, it's tough. And as far as Bjorn going off the rails, the very first time I met Bjorn was when he came over on Ellis Island. He actually bought me lunch. It was kind of nice. I thought he was a good guy. I may have pocketed $50 from him, but you know, eventually I wiggled it back. The piss bottle thing was that was a whole new thing. I don't know where that came from.
I will say one thing, Timothy. I see great potential for change in you. I see shimmers of something good that I have always known was there.
Because 10 years ago, I wouldn't have even considered this. I would have been gone.
I am very proud of the progress you have made in just a few days. But
blame this guy.
As
gestures over to Jason.
The priest kind of gives him sort of a gentle smile. But as suddenly and as easily as that change may feel, it must come. Any change can happen just like that.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm hearing, Bjorn has lost his way. And I am hoping he is not so far off course. But if he is, Sometimes there is only one thing to do.
Mm-hmm. But wait, Jen. While I still have my phone out, I'm going to cancel that forwarded payment to Calvin.
Okay.
He went back to the restaurant.
He violated the deal.
Yep.
Well, I fully expect that guy's dead.
I'm fully expecting it too. So I'm going to keep my money.
Okay, you would have gotten more in the last like couple of days anyway, so.
Okay.
So, is there anything else you need from me?
Can I talk to you alone for a second?
Jason goes back downstairs.
Thank you, Jason.
Not a problem, man.
Yes.
So, you weren't being entirely truthful with Bjorn earlier.
Which part?
About your sword. I can tell a rehearsed script when I see one.
He is not the first one to ask at least why I am no longer in the game.
I figure you had your own reasons, but
I miss it sometimes.
understandable.
The excitement, the quickenings.
The quickening's a thing.
But I don't know that I could have made any other choice.
You know, even if we step out of the game, we're never out of the game.
As long as I have breath, I am a piece on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I always liked you. I don't want you hurt.
Maybe if I wait long enough. If I step out again, there will be less pieces to contend with.
It's possible.
Just like you, waited out.
I stick my neck out when I need to.
Do you feel you need to?
For some unexplainable reason, I'm doing these things, and it's frustrating. You know?
Yes. Doing the right thing is exhausting.
I could be down in Cancun or something, just living it up, hiding out.
Huh.
But I'm still here.
Maybe you have found something worth sticking around for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this, as far as Verso goes, I feel Verso's a good soul, but an odd duck.
He has been isolated for people for some time. He said so himself.
No. I don't know what happened with the prison. I wasn't there. Like I said, I was with Jason. But that whole thing feels like sorry. But I don't know what happened. Two fully grown immortals should have been able to take a brand new one.
I assume they chose not to.
Yeah. I just don't know why. You know what? I'm gonna go find out.
Bjorn, when you left, where'd you go?
Let's see. He's currently somewhere.
Real quick, just to check in, Chef, I love you, and I love you as like a person and stuff, even though our characters hate each other right now. I just want you to know that.
Oh, I love you too, man. And honestly, I was expecting something. At this point, I don't think we could have done anything else, really. Okay. At this point, let me ask you the GM a question. Where in the city is this church located?
It's like 2 blocks from Central Park. Between that museum and natural history is basically between the church and the park.
Manhattan.
It's like the only structure.
Okay. For the record, that means absolutely nothing to me. All right.
What exactly are you asking then?
I was trying to ask like how central versus towards the, I don't know, edge docks. It was, but
it's Central Park.
It is extremely central.
Again, never been there. Okay. Sorry, the furthest north I've ever been is Baltimore. All right, so in that case, I'm gonna just start taking turns at random, very, very deeply in my own head. Just some combination of I'm sorry, Jen, I couldn't hear you.
No, keep going. Some combination of what?
Some combination of frustration, fury, confusion, and a combination, I don't know, maybe some form of depression / disillusionment.
Okay.
I mean, I'm walking down the thing trying to figure out how he expected me, how anyone expected me to kill, because that's what he was hoping for. Stop him. Tried. Got 2 bullets for it. To kill somebody who can't be killed when none of us had anything even remotely sharp, much less the ability to take a head. Plus, just really not comfortable having all of my life choices, of which there are quite a few, questioned. Really, really not enjoying being lectured by the equivalent of a 2-year-old to me.
Okay.
So, taking turns at random, eventually, because New York City is on an island, right? Most of it? Is Manhattan on an island?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Eventually, I'm going to try to make it to the, eventually I'm probably going to wind up at a pier of some sort. I'm probably going to be sitting on a pier, and if I can, I'm going to be fishing to try to calm my mind.
Okay.
And try to make it all make sense.
That's cool. You probably, off the top of my head, I'm not sure you're going to find like a pier you can fish from. Just wandering around. However...
Well, it's either... Okay.
Also, you don't have a fishing pole? So you're just going to like bear catch them?
Oh my God. I don't need to breathe. I can go down there and box the hell out of them.
I mean, you can still pass out and drown. You just wake back up.
What's it gonna do?
Okay, here's my question.
Okay. Yes,
are you legitimately trying to insight check yourself? Or are you just having a mental rant?
Honestly, only because I've actually done it in real life, I kind of am trying to do an insight check on myself, and I'm also trying to put myself into some form of humanity that would fit in a 20-something year lifespan when, I've seen almost 1,000 years, blood, conflict, loss, wars, droughts, plagues. The man is haunted. So, he's not used to having the guy's used to basically trying and having to rebuild his entire life and fortune every X number of years.
Okay.
So he's sort of sitting here like, okay, well, do I run? Do I try to find and fight this guy?
Okay. So here's what I'm going to have you do.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to have you roll insight twice. First one at a disadvantage because thanks, Cricket.
Hey, Cricket. Hey, Cricket. I love you. I'm not.
The first one is going to be your insight checking yourself.
Okay.
The second one is basically an insight check for other people.
Okay. That's my insight check on myself.
That is the one on yourself.
And that's other thing.
No.
Well, first of all, fuck everybody else. They don't know your life.
It fits so well.
Like, who do they think you are? Timmy's been, like, hiding out for fucking ever. Jason's just a soldier boy, whatever. He does what he's told.
I'm just trying to build a home and have a calm, happy life. I don't want to win the game. I don't want any of it. I wanted to be out on a dam.
However, insight checking on yourself, if you really thought about it, that you had other options at the prison. You didn't have to take his head. You know that while death doesn't stick to you, your heart can stop beating, your brain can stop thinking, you can be on pause. And a pause was going to be all you would need to tie him up or incapacitate him, make sure he wasn't a threat to other people, but instead you watched him take out guards who were just doing their job. And there was a life in which you were a fighter. There was a life in which if something got in your way, it wasn't in your way anymore. And you're not sure how you got to where you are now when watching a man kill some guards and try to escape from prison became a talk it out kind of thing. But somehow you got here. And is this really where you want to be?
I suppose he's fallen guilty to the sin of relativism, I think, may have been. Because in his mind, yes, this person... Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I wasn't supposed to narrate this.
You don't need to.
Oh, never mind then.
So you eventually reach some waterfront. Can you roll me perception? Nice.
I am one with the water.
Bloop, bloop. You hear a car noise from behind you. Just a couple seconds after you realize that the car kind of following you has been following you for some time.
When you say boop boop, is that like a locking car or is that like a sirens?
Well, it's like a sirens.
I lean over the waterfront, looking out, like leaning over the railing, just looking at the ocean. If they want to come talk to me, they will get out and come talk to me. That detective is going to be how that detective is going to be. And I don't feel like walking up on an unmarked car because cops get all nervous when you do shit like that.
You don't have to wait for very long.
Okay.
Out of the driver's side comes Detective Baker. Somehow even more irritated than you have seen him in the past. You can practically feel it coming off of him. Like it's a new Old Spice scent. Like it is all over him as he stomps his way over to you, hand on the gun on his hip.
Morning, detective. It is morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good morning, detective.
Is it? How about we cut the bullshit? You tell me where you were yesterday.
Where I was yesterday?
Do not repeat the fucking question.
I went to see a man in prison.
You went to see a man in prison. Who'd you see in prison?
Mr. I'm sorry, Martoni?
Martello.
Martello. Mr. Martello.
Uh-huh. How'd that go?
Rather,
Real good?
no. Didn't you see the papers? People died. There was a prison break.
Mm-hmm. Which it seems to me like you and your little Italian friend helped with. You want to convince me that's not what fucking happened?
What are you saying? That I unlocked a cell? Are you saying that I slipped him a file in a birthday cake? I'm not sure what you mean. I walked into a prison, was escorted under guard to a meeting room, had a meeting, and then tried to either A, escape, or B, try to deal with the attacker in such a way as to not cause any more bloodshed.
Yeah, spin me another fucking story, huh?
And which part of that do you believe?
Go ahead, I like bedtime stories. Let's go. How about you tell me the story about how you got a key card to let yourself into a limited access hallway? How about you tell me a story about how you and your friend Verso come up under a violent inmate, just stand around chatting? How about you tell me a story how he somehow shot you, but you were fine. You look fine.
Detective, I will ask you this, and please know I'm not intending to be rude or sarcastic. I'm genuinely asking
naturally to you. Go on. What do you want?
Would you prefer the truth that I doubt you'll believe, or would you like me to make something up?
You've been making shit up this whole fucking time. You want to talk about stories before you say a goddamn thing? I just want you to know that I've already picked up your friend. He's sitting at the station right now.
Which of my friends are you referring to?
The Italian.
I have many friends who are
Whatever
Italian.
you have to tell me. I swear to fucking God, Bjorn, that whatever you have to tell me better match his story too.
I will tell you the truth. Whether it matches his story or not is not something that I can tell. Fine. You want to know how I did it? I found a key card on a body of a corrections officer that he wasn't using at the time.
That it wasn't using at this time. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I went over and I tried to talk down the person because, as I understand it, talking is the preferred de-escalation method other than more violence. And how did I get shot? Simple, detective. That part's the easiest one of all. I'm immortal.
Mm-hmm.
Bullets and death and damage don't stick to me.
You know, I almost believe that one. They don't stick to you, but you're surrounded by them. Somehow you escort a lead suspect out of our crime scene to a coffee shop.
Yes.
She disappears. Can't talk to her anymore. You go in to help mid-prison break.
To try to stop one, yes.
Yeah.
And save lives.
Sure. And you watch as he escapes.
Detective, are you trying to tell me you expect me to jump out of a however high that window is onto broken glass and then chase someone who has already shot me twice and is still armed, who I cannot stop.
Oh, you're
As
immortal.
has been demonstrated. Yes, but that doesn't make me Superman.
Mm-hmm.
What were you expecting me to do? Tie him up with the rope I didn't have? Catch him and handcuff him with the equipment I didn't have? To not potentially break my legs after jumping through that window?
If you don't intend to get involved, you don't get involved.
I wish that were true.
Pulling a key card from a downed corrections officer, that's an intentional move.
I didn't
Letting yourself into a restricted area, that's an intentional move. Getting shot twice and deciding you're just going to chat it out, that's an intentional move.
Is that not... What crime have I broken other...
Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing.
Hmm?
Tell me one thing.
Go ahead.
Those corrections officers, were they shooting to kill?
I have no idea.
Were they shooting?
I've heard gunshots, so I assume so.
You ever shot a gun before, Bjorn?
A few times.
One of the first things they teach you when you start shooting, right? If you pull a gun.
Aim it at something, and don't aim it at something you don't intend to destroy, whether you think it's loaded or not.
Well, yeah. So you do know some common sense.
I know basic gun safety.
So you pick up a key card off a corrections officer who is dead or dying on the ground, yeah?
No.
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 Why was he on the ground, having a nap?
I didn't say he was on the ground. I said he wasn't using it.
Mm-hmm.
He ran past me.
Mm-hmm. So you ran past a corrections officer trying to do his fucking job.
I was standing in the hallway. And the fun part is, I'm fairly sure that you have all of this on video. So are you trying to catch me in a lie, or what? Yes, I got a key card. Through less than ethical means. I fully admit it.
Right. Okay, so you got a key card from a corrections officer who was doing his job trying to stop this guy, yeah? Because you thought you could do a better job.
No. Because I was trying to stop people from getting hurt.
Right.
I was trying to stop more people from being harmed. As you have said and shown and seen the tapes, I can be shot multiple times. And it just sort of slides off and I'll be fine. Fine, I believe you said.
Right.
And then
you know what's not going to slide off, Bjorn? You know what's not going to slide off?
What?
Aiding and abetting charges. That's what's not going to slide off.
Aiding and abetting a
An
criminal?
escaping fugitive. Yeah. You know
And
exactly what it looks like?
And what are you going to tell the jury? Oh, yes.
I don't have to tell them shit.
I got shot
Just like
twice.
you said, it's on camera.
Yes, me being shot twice, of course, that automatically means that I'm completely and utterly helping this man.
Yep, definitely. Because you are still wounded, yeah? Show me them gunshots, Bjorn. Show
Whether I'm wounded or...
Your hero wounds. Show them to me.
No.
Because you can't.
I can't. You're right. So either...
It wasn't all part of some bullshit show.
Ah. So, in that case, which of the bullets that he shot at the window were fake? Which of the guns that the officers had, because I didn't bring a firearm in there, I went through security. So somehow the officers in a prison loaded their magazines with blanks that just magically happen to allow someone to shoot out a window, murder multiple guards, and then 2 blanks hit me. Somehow? That's
maybe they were blanks. Maybe you were wearing a vest.
Maybe I was wearing a vest.
You know what I don't need to know? You know what I don't need to do right now here on the street? You know what I don't need to do?
Try to
convince a fucking
find
jury.
all the holes in your case. You're right. You don't. You don't have to convince a jury. However, I'm very sure that the second you take me in there and the DA gets this story and then the evidence actually doesn't all make sense and can't all be spelled out to 12 of my peers, they're going to say you probably don't have reason to hold me. And then they're going to look you in the eye and say,
you know what? Let's fucking find out. You're under arrest.
No, thank you.
You're... Oh. No, thank you.
No, thank you. Turn and walk away.
Okay. He's gonna kind of like radio something in. You got 10 seconds to change your mind.
Or what? I stop, but or what, detective? Are you going to shoot me?
3 more police
Or
cars.
are you going to... Okay, so
the intersection
exactly what am I doing? I can't
resisting arrest.
How?
I said you're under arrest. You said no, thank you.
And what part of that is resisting?
The no, thank you.
Would you prefer I had been less polite?
Turn around, hands behind your back. I'm not going to chase you. They can chase you.
Detective, may I say, you may be the one person I have spoken to in the last 48 hours who actually made sense.
Hmm.
And the sad part is...
You can say that if you want, but you also have the right to remain silent.
No one's going to believe you. Hands behind my back.
And snap them cuffs on?
May I make one observation, though?
You could... You know what? So you're not going to... You're just going to wave that right? Sure. You just...
I have the
back of his car.
I really think they should have done something with the waterway, with the water, that you could see it and actually experience the calming effect of the ocean the same way they did with Central Park.
You know what I hear? I hear the running toilets in prison are really soothing. Get the fuck in the car.
Hey, Jen.
Yeah.
Since I was going to go try to find Bjorn, do I at least catch a glimpse of all the cars going by in a direction?
Oh, man. Evens or odds? Because you haven't actually gone anywhere yet. This was while you were having conversations.
Okay, that was still... Okay.
But we'll see. Evens or odds?
Odds. Hey.
Let's go!
You see a small caravan of police cars going in a direction. They don't have lights on, though. Weird to see 3 in a row.
Insight to see if I get a bad feeling.
Insight for vibe check?
Sure. Sure, we'll do a vibe check here.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to see 3 with no lights on in a row. You're not 100% sure why that would happen.
Would he have gotten the tingle?
Gunshots. You know, Bjorn, like, left out of here stomping maybe 15, 20 minutes ago. You don't know which direction he went in, though.
So, odds left, evens right. Hey. So I start going that way to see if I can try to find a Bjorn.
Okay. Jason, what are you doing?
That's what I was gonna do.
Well, Timmy asked me to give him and the father some time and stuff to talk. And I'm gonna wait a bit. But if Timmy doesn't come back, I'm going to Trust's warehouse.
Okay, like his office space, the address that Naomi gave you guys?
Yep, the intel Naomi gave us. Because like I said to my 2 immortal friends, what's the point of you 2 going? You're not going to do anything about them.
Okay.
But you know who can? Or at least we'll die trying, and one way or the other, I'm out of this bullshit immortal game. I'm not going to be able to leave. He's a fucking billionaire, rich tech, popular guy. He will be able to hunt me to the end of the earth. I'm also pretty positive he has Naomi.
Okay. Who had the key card that Naomi handed over? Because I think it was to me.
Timmy definitely had it.
So Timmy, here's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Bjorn or Jason?
Well, after a few minutes of not
Keep
being
in mind, you don't
Bjorn,
know that anything has happened to Bjorn.
Yeah. Like I said, after a little bit of not finding Bjorn,
He also doesn't know that I'm leaving.
I'm just texting Jason, hey, did Bjorn come back to the church?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Not actively going and looking for Viking douche. Sorry.
Understood. I just scoped the past couple blocks around. He is MIA.
Shrug emoji.
Heading back to church.
Okay.
Bjorn is fully grown. He can.
I see how it is.
Bjorn's been alive for thousands of years. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
What do I'm a mere 2-year-old to Bjorn. What could I possibly do to help him?
That breakfast and the $50 you stole clearly meant nothing. I see how it is.
I have nothing to go on to come find you.
It's fine.
I understand, but still.
Okay. So put in the back of the detective's car.
So it's out of curiosity, just because I haven't been in a detective's car before.
Mm-hmm.
Is this just like a regular sedan, or is there like still the
It's got a
divider?
little mesh screen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to not resist arrest by kicking out the back window.
It's not resisting. He's accepted arrest, just a little property destruction.
I haven't done anything.
We're just teasing.
No,
Is
the
there
fun part
anything
is
you want
I
to do?
I'm looking forward to laughing at somebody when they say, "Oh, you were at the prison." Really? Then where are my gunshot wounds? I'm waiting for that. Okay. What do I want to do?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do anything? Do you want to say anything? Do you want to?
Can't.
On the way.
Is there anyone else in the car?
No. Detective Baker gets you all settled, starts kind of that little dashboard laptop. Types a little radios and calling off the uniforms.
I'd like to look. Can I look over at what the detective is typing?
Yeah,
Is
he's
like
just
standard police uniform, or is he like talking to someone I don't know about?
Give me a perception.
I'm gonna use my advantage here.
Okay.
Just because I think this is far more important.
Yeah.
Haha!
All right. You scooch over into the middle of the seat to kind of get a better glimpse at his dashboard laptop, and it is literally just like a police file. He's adding a note about your apprehension, where he found you, what you said, what time it is. It is just a note about arresting you.
Does he have any other... Do I see like any other tabs or different communication methods open? Like Messenger or text or AIM? I don't know what the hell the cops have.
It seems like one of those heavy duty I'm forgetting the name of them. It's just like a heavy duty like police issued laptop. Like it's not his personal laptop. All it is like the full screen like police program that he's using.
Okay.
There's like a tab with GPS open, but that's about it.
Okay. But nothing I can see that would immediately make me think that I've been stolen by the wrong people.
Nope. In fact, you know what? 18, that's pretty good. You see like a small picture of like a young girl, maybe like 4 or 5, just sort of tucked up in the visor.
Is that your daughter, detective?
Are you gonna start asking more questions?
I see the resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
You're a very lucky man.
You can still start being silent at any point here. Go.
I can.
Can you?
But I feel it's important, though, to understand how very fortunate you are to have children. I never did.
Yeah.
No.
Thank God for small fucking favors, huh?
I would much rather a man like you were able to raise the next generation than a man like me.
Same. Yep. If you had kids, I'd have less hope about the future.
Burn!
Somebody please clip that and put that on Facebook Shorts, please.
You know what? Just for spite now, I need the canon, what the prize at the end of the game is, to be true. And Bjorn, I need you to get with the program and win the game, okay? Just to spite Jen, that's what I need you to do right now. Right now.
Well, now that I have spite as a goal, sure.
Damn!
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm not sorry now.
I know you're not. And that's part of why I love you. Detective? You don't know any other way to be other than this, do you?
It's gotten me this far.
Do you ever... It has? Are you ever able to turn it off whenever you go home? Because I never was.
Just some kind of... If you don't let go of your asshole ways, you're going to be me when you grow up? Is that what this is?
No.
Because I'm only an asshole to the people who deserve it. And you know
Okay.
what?
You
Bjorn?
deserve it.
Oh, I really do. I believe it. I believe you deserve it in ways I don't even know about yet. I look forward to finding out.
I doubt you will, but okay. As I said, Detective, it was the truth. And as I said, you wouldn't believe me.
Well, if that's the truth, congratulations. You might outlive your sentence.
Detective, do you know the worst curse I have ever heard placed upon one man by another? Okay.
That sounds like a really fucking annoying question, and I don't want to know the answer, but you're going to tell it anyway because you're in the back of my car.
Well, you put me here.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice for what you want.
No, but yeah, you were still the one who chose to put me in here.
Yeah, I just want you behind bars, so go on. What do you want to say?
The worst curse I've ever heard is, may you outlive your children. I would never wish that for you. But I am...
Slams on the brakes. Give me a dex saving throw.
Do I even get a dex saving throw if I'm handcuffed in the back?
You're not.
No, I do not.
Disabled. Oh no.
My hands are behind my...
He slams on the brake. You go hurling into that mesh cage, just forehead slamming in, leaving like a grill mark.
Ooh.
You take 4 damage. It'll go away soon.
Ow.
Whatever.
Ow. Police brutality.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that I have outlived all of my brothers.
No, you said children.
Yes, I did. And I also told you I don't have any. I'm not trying to threaten you, Detective. I'm simply warning you. I would really try to take more time with your family. I know you're going to take it as a threat, and you're going to take whatever I say in the worst possible light, but still.
It's fucking recorded.
Okay. I mean no harm to anyone. I'm simply sitting here in the back of the car.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll keep talking. This is great. Anybody else I should be careful about?
My ex-wife.
Can't imagine why she left you. As he starts driving again.
Or another woman, actually. On a sailboat.
He's so fucking insufferable they had to switch teams. I believe it.
No. I knew that part about her. I didn't think she'd leave me for another woman, but I knew that part about her.
Hubris. So fucking confident.
Love makes blind men of us all.
Uh-huh.
You've never been blinded by love, Detective?
This isn't about me. As he goes back to driving.
Chatting. We're just chatting.
We're gonna swap back. Timmy, you can go to get Jason.
Yep. You get back to the church. Jason's still there, or is Jason already bolted?
If you said you were coming, Jason would wait.
Hey, like I said, I did a couple laps around the church, and Bjorn is completely gone. I don't know where he's gone.
I fear for the normal mortal people of New York City.
I mean, I get it. But
Bjorn has done absolutely nothing to endear or gain any kind of care or concern for me, Timmy. I realize he's an old friend of yours. I realize he's an old friend of yours. I don't give a fuck.
I understand.
I gotta stop cursing at this fucking priest church.
Like, just laughing. Has anybody heard from Verso this morning?
No.
I will send Verso a text.
Okay. Saying what?
Hey, we're still at the church. Where are you?
Okay.
And like I said, I'll just pocket the phone.
Can I get that key card Naomi gave you?
What for?
To go to the place?
I mean, I'll come along. I got some bones to pick.
We literally just went over the whole you don't fight because you're a kid and, you know, severe disadvantages and stuff.
Uh-huh. So I have a bone to pick with this asshole.
And as I understand, like, you know, like, you guys briefly explained, like, rules and stuff, and if he challenges you, I'm not going to be able to help you unless we're saying, fuck the rules, like, we're going full Phil Bjorn on it, and, like, you know, like, we do what we want.
Honestly, I think Maximo has blown the rules and said fuck them from the get-go.
Hey, it's your guys' culture, you know. If you're telling me if you tell me I can shoot him while you're trying to stab him, whatever.
I mean, you saw what happened the first time you shot him. What I did.
You tried to take his head, and if I had known what was going on from the get-go,
Yeah. I know.
The Maximo problem would already be dealt with. Naomi probably wouldn't be dead. So on and so forth, etc.
Fingers crossed she's not on the dead side.
Show him the text message from Naomi.
Looks up at the church biscuits. Well, let's go see what we can find.
Yep. Away.
We go there.
Awesome.
And we leave a message with,
At any point,
Dominic.
at any point on our drive, do you tell Jason, and does Timmy tell Jason anything about his conversation with Dominic, or does he keep that to himself? Jason would probe. Jason would be like, you guys were talking for a while.
Yeah, we were talking. Something was... Part of it was just something didn't add up with what the father was talking about. With removing himself from the game. But
No, what'd he say?
He just doesn't want to be a part of it. He knows he's going to have to get back into it eventually, but he's hoping there'll be less immortals around when there is. When it becomes not an option. So I understand where he's coming from.
Okay.
I understand where he's coming from on that. At the same time, it's a good way to lose your head. If you come across an immortal who is taking a lot.
And isn't caring about your guys' rules.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have the power to back it up behind it. I get it, but I also see the other side of it too. And it could be a dangerous proposition for him.
All right.
But that's his choice to make.
Okay. All right.
You also said you were kind of a good influence on me. But hey, have you seen this thing over here?
Which thing?
It just points to random thing out the window.
It's New York. It's New York. It's New York City, so it's always just like we're stopped anyway. Might as well.
Empire State, maybe.
Yes, Timmy. I've seen the Empire State Building.
Like I said, just awkwardly changing subjects.
Okay. Then we're gonna skip a little bit of transit time. I think probably Jason and Timothy's trip is gonna take a big chunk of time. So Bjorn,
Let's go.
How about them Yankees?
you get the full treatment at the police station.
Okay.
Fingerprinted, mugshots, phone call. Who are you calling?
Grace. The one person I honestly believe I can trust.
She answers the phone. Couple rings in. Hey, where are you?
What precinct is this?
23rd, I think I said.
Mm-hmm.
23rd!
23rd. Precinct 23, the New York Police Department.
Okay, well, I was gonna give you shit for not being at the hotel room I got you. But now I have more questions. You taking a tour, or did you piss someone off?
Would you like a lie or the truth?
I'm pretty sure this is a recorded line, so whatever is less incriminating.
I was minding my own business.
So that's a lie?
Yes. Apparently, my charms were taken the wrong way by a certain detective, and, well, one thing led to another, and here I am.
Your charms. Classic. Okay. So what do you need? What are they holding you on? Like, what are the charges?
At this point, data. How much is my blonde, Jen?
It hasn't been set yet. You haven't had your arraignment.
Oh. Okay. For blah, blah,
it's
blah,
weird.
blah,
Like,
blah,
that's not going to happen until the morning. They're just, like, super booked.
Shocking. Okay. So, yeah. That's where I'm at.
Uh-huh. Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask, and I can't ask them because recorded line. What do you... Oh,
yes, I was serious
phone
when
call?
I said I...
Am I your one phone call?
Yes.
Cool. Well, good thing I'm in New York now.
Oh, you are?
For me. I literally said...
At this point... I need...
You called me for a reason.
Yes, I did.
What can I do for you?
Well, eventually, I'm probably going to need bail. I'm also probably going to need you to find a way to tell you something that I can't tell you on a recorded line. Shit. I have a few friends that I've been working with on a unrelated matter that would probably like to know where I am. So... Oh. Have you been to church recently?
If this is code, we didn't establish this code ahead of time, so we'll just have to work out the I'm in jail code for next time?
I suppose so. But I was in a church recently, and I spoke to a really nice priest. It was over at the Name of Church.
Okay.
He might want to know what's going on.
I'm guessing you need a lawyer.
Probably. And the ability to remain
What
silent.
lawyer are you gonna need? Like, I don't know, scale of 1 to 10.
With what I think a decent lawyer could do, probably only going to need about a 5. If their case is a lot more solid than I think it is, probably like an 8.
Is there a reason to worry it is?
No, but the NYPD, you don't get cop shows made about you all the time without having some basis for it.
Yeah, it's a police department in a major city.
Well, yeah, but you don't see, like, you don't see CSI Charlotte.
Okay. I'm gonna see what I can do. I don't have a lot of pull in New York. I just know. Honestly, I've kind of called in half of my favors at this point.
If you need to. If you want to call Angela, she has proxy on some of my other funds, if that would be what's needed to help take care of a few things.
I can assure you money is not a problem, Bjorn.
I just didn't want you to have to foot it yourself, dear.
You can pay me back later.
That's what I'm afraid of. Your interest rates can be extreme.
You have no idea.
I don't deserve you.
You don't. So, did you go by Mace at the pawn shop?
I did. And it was one of those not really, like the answer was no, but maybe down the road a potential yes.
What?
Something about a burner phone.
Okay.
And
okay.
Burner phone and the satellite over Antarctica. That's all I really remember.
But you gave him your phone.
I let them see it. Yeah, and they gave it back.
Okay. Then there's a good chance they have all your contacts, which means I can go there and call your people.
Timothy would probably be.
Is he in your phone as Timothy?
I believe so.
Fine. I will look for a lawyer. I will let your friends know you are in jail. Anything else?
I love you.
I know.
I'm gonna have to like take you on like a cruise around the world or something.
You have like literally no idea at this point.
Oh, I'm terrified and excited, but mostly terrified.
Right. Okay.
Note to self, I'm gonna have to rob Fort Knox after this. Okay.
Maybe don't say that on the prison phone.
They don't keep the gold there anyway.
I'm hanging up. And she does.
I love you.
She's already hung up.
I was about to say, I saw a Penguins movie about that. There's no gold in there.
All right.
This is what happens when Bjorn has an inside check on himself.
You find the map that I drew like a month ago.
The jail map?
No, the warehouse map.
Warehouse map. Okay. So, Jason, Timmy.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hitting up Maximo Trust's private testing facility in Manhattan.
Yeah. Let's go get in trouble.
I'll see you boys soon.
We're just kind of gonna, because time is weird and it was morning, but he's gonna be there in the afternoon. We're just gonna say, you guys spend some time strategizing.
Sure. Coming up with plans.
What's your strategy here?
Try to find Naomi. Get Naomi out if she's still alive. Leave her in car or something like that. Find trust. End trust.
I have an addendum to step 2.
What's up?
If she wants to get out.
Everything I've seen about this woman since meeting her after she was left out of the care of trust is she wants to get out. I don't think she'd go back willingly. She probably, in panic, tried to come here herself to try and secure something for new life or something. Some kind of safety blanket just in case. She's a smart chick. I don't think she'd be here willingly unless she's playing a really long con against the best con artist I know. Look at Timmy.
Flattered. No, I just think if Trust followed through on if potentially he followed through on the serum.
She would have taken it at the hospital.
Didn't you stop her from it?
I mean, I talked to her and she saw sense. And then again, she didn't have the... Well, no, she's been with Trust forever. She knows how fucking batshit insane you all get over time. But
Well,
If it comes up, listen. If it comes up, she's showing Team Bad Guy. She can fucking get it too.
Okay.
Or maybe we'll go grab Bjorn and Verso, and they'll try to talk her down, and she can flee. I don't know.
Just since where are we doing all of the planning and the strategizing and stuff like that?
A couple blocks away.
Little
Just
cafe.
making sure
Caffeinating.
I've opened up my bag, got my daggers, got my steady, got all my stuff.
Tools of the trade.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide to change your mind and you want to do things right, try to fight them on your own. Give me some kind of signal or something, all right?
Mm-hmm. All you'll hear, I will, if I verbally challenge him.
Verbally challenge him. Verbally challenge him how? Like talking shit? Or like, is there like a formal, like, I'm blah, 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 blah?
Yep.
Okay. So like the movies.
Yep. Think along those lines.
Okay.
Otherwise, I am perfectly fine with you jumping in and beating his head in.
I'm not going to beat his head in. I mean, I'll beat his head in with bullets, but...
Yeah.
I really need to invest in a better gun.
Oh, I might know a guy.
I mean, I know, guys. It's fine.
Call up Ron right quick if you want.
No. We got what we're doing, and we're doing it now. We're not delaying. We're not going to sit around and discuss and talk about...
But since this is still a couple hours out, quick question. How far is Ron from here? Ron shop.
Probably like 20 minutes-ish. Depending on traffic.
He's not like around the corner or anything.
No.
Okay. I was hoping.
Let's stop at our black market stealer who's on the way to the tech billionaire guy's private warehouse.
Hey, you never know.
Only in New York.
Corporate real estate's cheaper than the sketchier parts.
Right.
I'm just waiting for you guys to meet somebody.
Hey, Timmy, if shit starts going bad, I'm still being paid to keep you safe. I need you to get out, okay?
I hear you. I'm going to try to make sure you get out too, though, you know.
I'm just going to go in there and do my job, and we'll see how good at it I am.
I only hire the best.
You're like a kid brother to me.
Yeah, that's like a younger big brother.
Whatever that means, Timmy. Let's go.
Hey, I'm 300 years older than you.
Yeah, you're a 12-year-old kid that I'm paid to protect, whose mom totally has the hots for me.
Oh, yeah, about her.
Yeah, she's not actually your mom. I figured that out already. Have you heard anything from her? The cops were at your house the last time we were there.
Yeah, I think she got arrested.
For what?
Me not being home. I don't know what conclusion the cops jumped to.
But you guys are rich. Like that's like a poor person problem. Why is she still in jail, Timmy?
I don't know.
Timmy, the fuck?
Maybe because
Is she an immortal?
closed his accounts.
Is she an immortal too?
No.
God damn it, Timmy. You just Bjorned your mom.
Am I gonna bump into Timmy's dad in the slammer?
I'll look into that in the morning, okay?
Okay. Let's go deal with this rich psychotic asshole.
It was before I started thinking about better things.
Before you started thinking about people? Yeah, I got it, Timmy. It's cool. Again, I said what I said. I said what I said earlier. Bjorn's just doing it in a more proactive way. You're doing it by negligence.
I mean, when when I burn an identity, I burn an identity.
You don't leave the people high and dry, Timmy.
I'm learning.
She could be in jail for the rest of her life. For being a paid actress for you.
I'll send the attorney in the morning.
Damn it, I swear to God, you better.
Send a text to the attorney. Hey, check out this case. Da-da-da.
What is wrong with you undying people? Do you, like, lose your humanity over time or something?
In different ways, I suppose.
Are you gonna be the evil vampires from 30 Days of Night? It's like, oh, you know what sounds fun? Let's just go ruin an Alaskan town.
It's too cold up there.
You can't die from the cold, Timmy!
No, but it sure sucks.
Let's go. Okay, one problem at a time. One problem at a time. First problem, the direct threat to you, Maximo trust.
Like I said, I sent the text to the attorney to go check in that case.
He's probably also going to get a text from one Grace Kelly at the same time. Why not? Anyway, what time, knowing he's usually there from 6 to 9, what time are you trying to arrive?
Would later be better?
What time is his personal time?
Personal time doesn't happen today.
Let's go with, like, 8.
That's what I...
8 is when we'll start trying to sneak in.
Alright, so he's already, as far as you know, already going to be there. Cool. You arrive to this office building.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of many in a row. Kind of one of those ones where people just lease out whole floors for whatever it is. If you, I'm assuming, are you walking in the front door? Are you going in the back door?
Did Naomi say where the key card works? Or just that it works?
Just that it should get into the office.
Going in the front.
Okay.
If this
does not have any kind of like keycard access. It's just open, and when you walk into the lobby, there's a set of elevators, there's a set of stairs, and then like one of those like business menus. Some businesses have like their little logos of, you know, what floor they're supposed to go to, what units, what suites. In-person technologies is not listed on that little placard.
It's not
Is there a
good.
floor with anything MIA? Like an omitted floor?
But she did tell you that it was the 8th floor, and when you look at the menu, you don't see anything 8,000 anything.
Okay. So, hoof it on the stairs?
Yep. Sorry, tech guy, elevator. Don't think so.
Yeah. I had the same feeling.
Nope. That's too easy.
Sounds bad, okay?
So you get up to the door to the 8th floor. There's a key card entry off of the staircase. You boop it. It turns green. Timmy, the second you get to that door, you know he's in there. You also know.
He knows I'm here.
You also know what?
He knows I'm here.
That's fine.
We could still sneak. Just to keep out of, getting dropped on.
5 Mississippis come through the door after me. Sneak, stay to the sides. Okay? Boop it again. Hand the key to Timmy, go through door.
Okay. When you open the door, immediately there seems to be like a central room within this office space. It's got large open glass windows. You can kind of tell that it is probably his testing space. because you see a big circle pad, those nanotechnology suits that he had on display during the demo. You see banks and banks of servers. You see a ton of like technology and equipment in that main room. But there's also hallways, both to the left and the right, and they seem to go around a corner as well.
All right, shithead, what secret doors you got this time?
You standing right there, or are you going left?
I'm going left.
You're going left. So you creep at least out of the direct line of sight from that giant window.
Yep.
Around to the side. There are 2 doors before you get to the curve, and then you see a 3rd door halfway across the wall and another curve. From what you can see, it seems to be like a big central block with halls all around it. And offices on the outside.
Just what the girl trusts. Doesn't have to go down this way.
From somewhere you can't see, off to your left somewhere, you hear not really familiar voice. You only heard it once or twice.
Right.
But you hear a voice say, "I know he's here. He sent you to do his dirty work again."
Well, what'd you say? So hard to find good help? He found
And
it.
he's willing to waste it.
Up in Mississippi, stealthing him.
Send him in. This is between he and I now.
Where's the girl?
You've had your fun. Oh, she's here.
I'm gonna use my advantage. At least it's still a 9.
At least it's still a 9.
It's not a bot. It's not a bot, but it's voodoo.
Crit. Defender wins?
He still knows Timmy's there. He doesn't know remotely where at this point. Tell you what, you give me the kid. You know by now he's not a kid, right?
I mean, still a kid, technically.
You leave the grown-ups to fight this out.
Tell me where I can.
I'll tell you where Naomi is.
Tell me where I can find the girl, and I'll get the fuck out and leave you two to do your weird little sword bullshit forever.
She's having herself a nice little workout.
That is, listen, is it? And I'm sure he can see me. I'm sure there's cameras or something. So Jason's gonna just like do the whole like gun up kind of thing. It's like, is it just, listen, I'm new to this shit. Is you guys just talking in circles, not giving direct answers like a thing you learn, or is this like a natural racial thing that you all do?
It comes naturally to me after years of public speaking. She's in the gym. Find the gym. It's over there in the corner. You went in the wrong way.
Well, went the right way to get the information, didn't I? And
sure.
With the gun still up, gonna go the direction that he said.
Why don't you just go ahead and drop those on the floor?
Because I don't fucking... Oh, God. This is not meant to be a pun. I don't trust you.
Seem like fun.
Jason's gonna go Jason's gonna go the other way towards where Naomi is, because the plan was first secure Naomi.
Okay.
Timmy's gonna try to get to a console or something like.
To do what?
I want to try to kill all the lights, kill the as much of the power here as I can.
Can I make a spot check to see if I see a circuit breaker along my way?
Oh, what?
Like the circuit break, the perception, something like that, to see if I see circuit breaker?
Sure. Both of you can do that if you would like.
Oh man, I'm actually pulling out my sheet. Weird. No,
What's with me and 9s today?
That's the age you should have made Timmy.
Oh.
I said what I said. And perception.
18. Okay. Neither of you physically see a circuit breaker, but you paid more attention, Jason, to that big room in the center. And if there's a ton of servers there, chances are the central location for power is also protected in that room somewhere.
Okay.
So, none of the rooms are labeled, but you do come across one room with the door cracked open. It is almost the entire opposite way of the way you originally went.
Mm-hmm.
You would have had to go almost an entire circle to get back to it if you hadn't turned around. Do you open the door the rest of the way?
The barrel of the gun. Just nudge.
All right. Roll me investigation. Timmy, what are you doing?
Like I said, do I see anything that I could potentially short circuit?
Yeah. I'll use one of my advantages.
Okay.
Better.
Anything that you can short circuit?
Yeah, like anything that might be sensitive to getting wet. That might be imperative looking.
You can assume, unless it's like something like PCs or something like specific office equipment and an individual office, the most valuable equipment in this entire floor is going to be located in that showroom right there in the middle. There is easily millions, if not billions of dollars of technology in there, some in various states of development. That's where all the servers are. That's where all of like his test toys are.
Right. How exposed would I be if I try to make my way over there?
There's not much to hide behind in these hallways. There's not potted plants, there's not furniture, it's just wide open hallways, stark white, all sides.
Here's a dummy question. Is there a light switch at the door where we came in?
Sure. There's a light switch at the door.
Can I flip them?
You can flip them. Just the hallway light goes off. There's still a light inside the showroom that at least decently illuminates the hallways. There's that big bay window directly opened up from the showroom, and you can see kind of smaller windows on all sides in the door. So you're not in darkness, but it is dimmer.
I'm gonna try to do any. Let's see. Do any of the offices seem interconnected other than the hallway?
It seems like the hallway wraps around this big showroom, and all of the other doors are on the outside.
Okay. Well, screw it. I'm gonna try to sneak around.
Yeah. Roll me stealth.
I swear if this is another 9. Hey.
Nice. As you
What I'm looking for is to get to the back of one of the machines to pull out my my thieves toolkit. Pull off one of the panels on the back with the screwdriver bit, and damage enough of the circuitry, and then spray it with pepper spray.
Take that,
Okay.
circuits.
Well, as you creep around the perimeter of the showroom, knowing almost entirely all of the valuables are going to be locked inside, right as you approach the security door to get in, you hear it click. Unlocked. And it just kind of pneumatically slides itself open.
Queen music starts intensifying.
From inside the room, you hear, "Now or never, Timmy."
Yeah, all right, let's do this shit. Kick open the door dramatically.
Yeah.
It opened itself, and I get the picture. It opened itself. As soon as you're inside, it slams shut again and clicks locked.
Pull out my daggers.
And from the corner, from like the little display of haptic suits, one of what might have been a mannequin pulls his goggles off and tosses them to the side.
Watch out, he's got Metal Gear stealth camo.
Hey, pretty
Jason.
boy on the neck.
Yeah.
Jason.
Me.
All right. So you gun your way into the gym.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very nice personal gym.
I'm sure it is.
What
This
is you?
dude's rich.
13.
13.
You look around, there's banks of weights, there's cardio, there's all kinds of stuff. The only thing that really sticks out to you is a stainless steel, probably water bath that someone might use for like ice baths or use as a hot tub or something. It has a lid over top of it that is padlocked shut.
He said she was working out. This is not a working out thing. Shit, the padlock.
Okay. Roll it. Let's see what... Roll it. Ricochets, man.
Or penetration.
The smallest target. Wasn't a botch, so all that happened.
Thank you.
Like sparks fly and like a chip goes like spinning off in one direction and the padlock kind of like drops loose. It's still on there, but you don't hear anything. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. I was waiting to make sure you don't. I'm quickly remove the things and throw over the lid. That's all I can do.
As you pull the lid off, you're immediately splashed by water. There's water everywhere.
Okay.
This tank was clearly filled to the top at some point. Roll me perception. As you send the lid sort of flying off to the side, you see a tiny camera had been adhered to the inside of the lid. And Naomi is in that water bath. Unconscious, at the least. Soaked head to toe.
I'll pull her out of the water. First things first. Pull out of the water and check for pulse.
No pulse.
Try CPR, even though she's probably been in there forever, and this is a futile effort.
Okay, roll me some medicine.
And I'm going to yell, and I'm gonna be like, why the, like, not like yell, but like, why in the fuck did you come back here, etc., yada yada. 18, that's as good as I'll probably ever roll on a medicine roll.
That's fair.
Don't you die on me!
Did you, let's see. Okay.
Paw Patrol Band-Aid.
After like a round and a half of CPR, water just sputters from her mouth. And
Holy
she starts
shit, I did it.
gasping. for air, just gurgling and panicked as she's just half conscious.
Just going to try to hold her down a little bit, and I'm just going to be like, holy shit, you're alive. Why in the fuck did you come here? Yeah, you're alive. Oh my god, Naomi.
If I hadn't just saved your life, I would kill you for this.
Yes, that is a line that Jason would probably say. If I was any less of a decent person, I could kill you for this.
But for now, all you get is just like nonsense babbling and coughing and spewing. But meanwhile,
Going to try to comfort and console the one mortal person that's been with me since this dumb shit began.
You did it. You saved her. All right. Meanwhile, Timmy.
Yeah.
Locked inside of the showroom.
Uh-huh.
Maximo reaches. Seems to like be making his mind up about what sword to pull from a small little rack of displays.
Just fucking stab him from now while he's distracted. Get him!
And grabs one out.
Damn it! He took too long.
Are you cool with doing this official duel style?
Yeah.
For this only the second time.
Like I said, first I got to play around the rules. I want to play with the rules first.
Yay! Okay. For only the second time this whole campaign.
I pulled the cheat sheet and everything.
I'm sure Timmy will yell if he decides he no longer wants to play by the rules.
Perfect.
Or did I rub off too much on him? We'll find out.
Go ahead and roll me initiative.
Uh-huh.
I'm muting for this.
Okay. Nice. Perfect.
I lied. Big knife times in chat.
Yay! All right. I'm going to do a little turn order guide because I am easily distracted.
Okay, I can. Oh no, I can't.
That's fine. You're fine.
Why do you need a turn order count, Jen? Is there more than one person going to be fighting him?
No. Or is there?
All the mannequins.
All right, Timmy, you got 18. Maximo got 6. He took too long choosing his sword. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to throw a dagger at him while he was choosing, but it's okay.
I mean, you do get to go first. So with duels, do you have your handy dandy cheat sheet up?
I do.
Yay! So duels, part of a duel is everybody kind of chooses to try to gain an edge during their turn. The rewards for edges are either increase your defense by 2, lower your opponent's defense by 2, get an advantage on any roll you make, give your opponent a disadvantage on any roll they make, take half damage, or change one of your attacks that hit your opponent into a critical.
Okay.
If you want to choose 1 or 2, you have to choose that immediately. Otherwise, you can choose it at any point during your turn.
Okay.
Or during their turn, if you want to give them a disadvantage. Edges are determined by choosing a strategy. Easy way to pick might be your highest ability, strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. Or you could use the chart to try to guess what you might pick. So, for this first round, what would you like to go with? Strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma?
Okay, before I make my pick, what is this guy's build like?
He is tall, he is wiry, but it's like one of those I don't eat saturated fats kind of wiry where there is definitely muscle, even though there's not much mass.
I think I will pick for my first one. I'll pick Dex.
Dex, okay. I'm gonna roll charisma. So you've got Dex versus charisma. So what is your wisdom?
16.
16. His is 15, so you get the edge.
Yay.
Do you want to decide now or do you want to wait?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Just know those first two are off limits if you do wait.
And that's my full. Now I just have a normal turn, right?
Correct. Now turn is normal.
How far away is he from me?
He is probably about 15 feet away right now.
Okay. And has he turned with weapon in hand?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to just sorry, I had another ability up here. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to. Actually, I'm just going to try to stab him first with my deck.
Okay, so you're gonna advance to him and stab.
Yep. Well, let me do the stabby stab.
Cool, cool.
Let me find my weapon. There it is.
That does not quite hit. As you're trying to get your footing, you kind of cross that testing motion path. It moves just a little bit.
Okay.
And your blade swings just past him. That hits
Nick.
for one tiny point of damage. Your offhand catches him by surprise easily, sliding between the fabric and his body, ruining, if it helps, the rest of that haptic suit, causing thousands of dollars in damage.
Makes me feel better.
Okay. Anything else that you would like to do? Words?
No.
At all?
I'm going to save my words this time.
Okay.
Just kind of give him a grin.
Okay. He reaches his unsorted hand to his side, kind of pulling back, looking at the blood. He's offended as he swings his sword at you.
Hey, can I give him disadvantage?
Well, you don't need to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't. There's nothing else I can do with him.
As he misjudges how tall you are. You're small. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Although that is a little concerning, considering my head is about the right height. It was a good thing I crouched.
Right.
All right, so
Second round.
Yep.
Duel again. What would you? Uh-huh.
Just for a mechanics question, if you don't use an edge, what happens to it?
Goes away.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Goes away. All right. What ability would you like to use for this? Go.
I'll go charisma.
Charisma. Okay. Going Dex.
Looks like it's wisdom again.
Wisdom again. So you get the edge. What do you want to do with it? Or do you want to wait?
I'm gonna lower his defense by 2.
Or his defense by 2. Okay. And what would you like to do?
Hokey pokey.
Okay. You hit him.
Ah.
Perfect. He swipes, swinging right over your head, and you duck down just a little bit to that nice, clean, shiny dagger that hasn't yet hit human flesh, jabbing right into the ribs on the entire other side as he gasps and looks even more confused than he was before, because that actually hurt. Are you doing an offhand attack too?
Yeah. Aha! Another
Nice.
2.
Perfect.
What?
That one catches him as well. Yet the first attack this round, your hand actually starts to feel a little slippery from the blood. You know you got him really good on that one. And then he's going to swing at you.
Hell yeah, Timmy. Hell yeah.
Misses again. As he stumbles back, at least to try to get a little bit distance between you and him while he tries to regroup, because he wasn't really expecting much of a fight, considering you had your bodyguard fight for you last time. He's just kind of panting and checking himself for blood and kind of eyeballing you to set
Did he
you
back
up.
out of melee range?
Yeah,
Attack of opportunity?
sure. Beautiful. You rush forward while he's just trying to figure things out, jabbing him again between the ribs. And this time he kind of coughs and sputters, shoving your hand away from him. But he is not okay.
Twisting as I pull back.
He is not okay.
Look at this little murder machine out here.
Okay. All right.
Chip damaging him to death, sure, but still.
This round.
Come on, Timmy, 3 for 3.
I'll go for Charisma again.
Presently, okay.
On int, my int is a 12.
Oh. Let's see. You lose this time.
Yeah, I figured. He's a techie guy.
He is. He's going to give you a disadvantage.
Okay. But I still get to act first in the... Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this time, I am going to use one of my special abilities.
Okay, what's that?
I will use... Where is it? Demoralize.
Okay.
As an action, I can choose one opponent that can hear me within 60 feet. The target must make a wisdom saving throw against my trick DC. On a failed save, they have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and attack rolls against the target have advantage. And they last till the end of my next turn.
Okay. 19.
Damn. That was worth a try.
And that is your action. Since you didn't attack, you don't get an offhand attack.
I'll get the offhand. Yeah. But is he still backed up from me?
You did not advance, but he can move and then swing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will flee.
You will flee. Okay.
Mhm. I will move my full distance away from him that I can.
Okay. That's fine.
It's Gideon all over again.
And this turn will be kind of a stalemate because he's just going to advance in you.
Mm. So he's still the extra 5 feet away from me.
Yeah, because he can only move his full turn.
Yeah.
Okay, next round. What are you using?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, okay. So,
Dex.
Intelligence, Dex, yep.
Dex 14.
14. 11, you get the edge again.
Ooh. I'm gonna lower his defense again.
Okay. And what is your action?
First, I'm gonna pepper spray him.
Okay.
Ah, it was worth a shot.
Damn, he closed his eyes.
And I'll step in with my offhand and dropping the pepper spray back.
That VR goggle headset
Yeah.
protecting.
Just a little visor. It's just a little visor. It's fine.
It's good.
No.
It's good enough for COVID. It's good enough for pepper spray.
Beloved, yeah, that's not quite enough.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Okay. His like thrashing off the just pepper spray juice gives him enough of a movement to dodge your move. And he's gonna swing at you.
Juicy. Damn it.
Does that finally hit?
Yeah, you got me.
Okay. Take 4 whole points of damage as he slices open your previously pepper spray arm.
I give him the most, poor, pitiful, doe-eyed look. You had a kid?
All right. Next dual turn. What would you like to do?
Charisma.
Charisma? Okay.
Yeah.
Charisma versus charisma.
18.
Heck yeah. Let's see. Why is my brain 12? You win again.
Ooh. I was like, he better not get me on this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Let's see.
Jason, are you still with Naomi?
Yeah, because it turns like what, 6 seconds at most.
Yeah, it's been like 7 turns.
Yeah, no, he is. He's still with Naomi, making sure that I was like, you okay? Like, you good? Like, you alive? Still checking her pulse, everything like that, making sure she's okay.
She's still coughing and probably vomiting water at this point, so she's definitely alive.
Cool. Is she intelligible talking yet?
40, 50s, nah, not quite.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
But she seems to recognize you and be trying to say something, but she is...
Get too much water to get out.
All right, where you going? What you doing, Timmy?
I'm not going to use one of the first 2.
Okay.
So first will be my first dagger.
Alrighty. And that hits.
It does hit.
Yeah.
I will use option number 6 to change it to a crit.
Okay.
It doubles the dice, so that's +4, so 10 damage.
Okay. As he's...
Oh.
You might as well just let me finish here.
Yeah. I didn't know more was coming. Okay.
You catch him, backhand, dagger in hand, slice right across his throat. Spray of blood everywhere as he chokes and sputters and drops unconscious.
Flop into the machete.
Hey.
Going for the head.
All right. Let me pull up the rules for that real quick, because it's been like a month and a half.
It's been a while since we've had an immortal beheading.
1d12 plus attack bonus with your weapon. So basically, your weapon damage minus your proficiency. 16.
Without my
minus 2.
That makes it 14, yeah.
14. Versus his constitution saving throw.
Which is probably not high.
You ready?
Let's do it. Oh.
You rear back, using every pound in that tiny child body of yours to drop down, swinging the blade onto his already bleeding, exposed neck. Right that crease between where the head of his suit and the vest of his suit mix. You cleave into his flesh, slicing through vertebrae as his head
Hit the bone this time.
Glad this will hit your quickening pose.
Just holding the machete up. There could be only one.
Oh, yeah.
Cue the guitars.
As Naomi is sputtering and coughing and just trying to say you think I'm sorry over and over and over again. Because, you know, you were yelling at her a minute ago.
Yeah? From a place of concern and love.
The electricity in the place flickers.
Oh, no.
Once. Oh. And then again. And then somewhere above your head you hear the ferocious rumble of thunder.
I'm going to cover Naomi. Just Jason things.
The skies outside erupt into lightning. Flashes illuminating the inside of this small gym office space. And the building shakes and rumbles as a single lightning bolt crashes through the ceiling, decimating bricks, going through floors of office to reach Timmy. Timmy, how are you feeling?
He's holding the machete up like a lightning rod, more or less. Just head down, hits that as that first bolt hits. It's just a rush. Because he hasn't had a quickening in a very long time at this point. He's lost in it.
Flashes of memories and feelings, emotions, thoughts that were never yours are yours for a brief, fleeting second.
Bank account numbers?
Not fast enough to catch him.
Damn.
I knew I should have taken the bad reading part.
The perfect crime.
Deposit box.
You feel
Take the
rage,
deposit box.
coldness, and then rage, and then coldness. Foreign bodies inside of your soul. Hey, Jason. Make a dex saving throw as the window
I swear to God.
explodes inward.
Oh, well, meh. Botch. But you know what? It's the end of the night. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Frickin', I don't have to spend my frickin' advantage. I have... Where is it? Where? Survivor. You can reroll one failed saving throw.
Okay.
You cannot use this feature again until a long rest. 16.
There you go. You sort of roll Naomi and you just into like that zone between the window and the hot tub, cold tub, whatever. It's enough of a shield when the window explodes inward that no one catches any shards. Eventually, the power goes completely out. And the storm dies down. And Maximo's body is no longer there.
Well, because I can't see Maximo's body's no longer there, I have no idea what just, like, who just won or anything like that. I'm just going to yell out, "Kid!"
Timmy is, like, on his knees at this point from the rush. And he just taps the machete a bit on the floor.
"Kid!"
Taps again, because he's still not at the point of speaking.
"Shithead Maximo, did you kill the kid?"
Doesn't reply.
Stay here. Gun. We're gonna go probably shoot Maximo. Is where Jason's mindset is at right now.
And in the darkness, you creep.
Oh, I'm not creeping.
You sprint.
I
don't know.
I soldier.
You stomp.
Angry
You march.
on the walk.
You meander.
Yep.
You can see in the silhouette the servers are on backups, so they're still glowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just enough light to see a short fellow with a machete.
Oh, thank fuck. All right. Hey. Pull yourself out of it.
Hey.
Perfect. All right. Don't stab me. I'm coming in.
Okay.
Jason's never experienced quickenings or anything, but he does understand combat highs.
Don't forget his sword.
For ease,
Points
we're going to
to
say
the
that
sword.
the power surge has blown the lock, so you could just open the door if you want to.
Cool. Coming in. Timmy asked me to secure his sword. I'm guessing it's a dumb immortal thing, whatever. Go-
Swords points to the rack.
Timmy, we don't need all these swords, man.
Do.
I can't carry you, Naomi, and all the swords.
How long does the stagger last, Jen?
Well, not like super long. Hold on 1 second.
Was that like 2 rounds?
Like, I'm just going to say like a minute.
Actually, you know what? I got is there like a duffel bag or something besides Timmy's bag of toys?
There is a stack of in-person technology tote bags.
Anything big enough for me to stick swords in?
A gym bag?
No, but you did see some gym bags in the gym.
Go back to gym, get gym bag, come back, load up duffel bag with swords. If they break, they weren't worth it anyway. Right out the window. That's already shattered.
Yeah. At this point, I have probably recovered. Good. We need to get going.
Yeah, we do. Go back to gym, help Naomi. I'll fucking fireman's or like princess carry her.
She'll do her best to get her feet under her.
Then I will do the arm over my shoulder.
Okay.
Not letting my guard down. I'm continuing to walk, like gun, trained, forward, everything. And I have Timmy in Timmy's usual place behind me.
Yeah, I'll be reaching forward to open doors for him.
Okay.
And we will
No one's
flee.
gonna stop
We
you.
will get the bag that I dropped out the window.
Okay. Evens or odds, Timothy?
Odds.
Use an advantage if you still have it.
2 of the swords are damaged in the fall. You still have
Okay.
Still
have 2.
Okay, that's fine.
You don't even use swords anyway.
No, it is not some.
And we will skedaddle the fuck out of there.
Perfect. And with that, and Bjorn probably spending the night in jail.
No,
We're gonna wrap.
no.
Is Verso also in holding with him?
Mm-hmm.
Is Verso also in holding with him?
No.
Okay.
But Verso has not answered you back yet either.
Okay.
Great job, guys!
Ooh.
Our second duel.
Good job, Timmy.
My pulse is raising up.
I will say he did not have a lot of health, and I did not level him up after you guys leveled.
Yeah, I was like, I dropped him with like 2 bullets last time, so. But I rolled really good on the damage on those.
You sure
He
did.
was still scary.
Yeah,
Just the simple fact of he was established episode 1.
Yep.
Yeah. And there was not going to be any rescue. There was not. Even if Jason had decided to abandon Naomi and try to help you, he was going to have a really hard time.
I'm sure those windows would have been like bulletproof or something. Like Maximo knows what's up with us as a dynamic duo.
Exactly. That's why you need a little bait too.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome job, you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The consequences of our actions. Who wants to go first for props? Anybody? Any takers?
I'll go.
Do it.
I'm gonna go with Chef, aka Bjorn. While Timmy did awesome and got his quickening and everything like that, it's like just the role play aspects of Bjorn, and like, I don't know if everybody was watching or anything, but in the Bjorn scenes, I go to the bean, my nice purple fluffy boy, and just like listen and take it in. And at one point, it's like, you're under arrest. No. I'm like, oh, that's standard, Bjorn. And it's like, so you're resisting arrest? I'm not resisting arrest. And just the Kermit flail coming from down over here. Just like, what do you mean you're not resisting arrest? You're just not being arrested. It's different. I'm not resisting. I'm just denying.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
It's like the most Bjorn thing to ever. And I had to give it to Chef for that. I have to.
I just don't feel like being arrested today.
Yeah, this interferes with my 3 p.m. shower.
You're not Rich. You're not Timmy. You can't just be like, I'll just bring myself into the precinct at like 2 o'clock tomorrow. It's fine.
It worked every other time.
All right, Chef, you're next.
Oh man, I gotta give it to Timmy just for the character development, and 2 just. Oh, I just loved watching he went from, I'm a kid, I'm an immortal, I'm trying to deal with the world, to, oh, okay, now it's the immortal, here's why I'm still here, I'm going to use you as a pincushion. Like, no words, no hesitation, no questions, no anything, just straight to business. I think Jason would have been proud.
Jason is proud.
And Timothy.
I mean, Timmy walked out with only 1 scratch.
He did really well in that fight.
Mm-hmm. If I could give it to 2, it would be to both Jason and Chef for the back and forth.
To the 2 other players? No way.
Yeah, I would give it to the. Yeah, I know, but it's simply for that. Even if Versa had been here, I would have been on this. But it's got to go to Jason. Calling Bjorn out on the shit. Still after Naomi, who honestly, after everything to begin with, still bringing her up and keeping her safe. It's
finally succeeding a medicine roll.
Yeah, that's a cool stack.
The first one in 9 sessions.
Right? As many people as we've tried to stabilize.
Jesus. She's like, roll medicine. It's like, and I kill Naomi. Let's go.
No. You did it. You saved her.
Oh.
Or did he?
Bum, bum,
No.
I'm sorry, I legit thought that we were going to find out whenever Timmy came and met them that Naomi was immortal. I genuinely thought that was the only way she would have survived that.
I'm not mad about
it. Yeah. All right, I'm done here.
Power returns. Guys, that was episode 9 of JenofThieves Highlander campaign Call to Arms. It was awesome. There was a lot of really good role play. There was a lot of good arguments. Arguments finally came to a bit of a head. Finally put an end to episode 1 threat Maximo trust. Oh man, I had a blast. There were things that I was hoping would be repeated because then I could justify in character sus. Because Jen bounces things off of me all the time, so it's got like I know what's what, and so it's kind of just like there was a lot of lines. I don't know if that was like Jen slipping up or something, and I was just like, oh, I hope I find this out in character when I wasn't there and stuff like that. But who knows? We'll see. It's fine. It makes great role play. Jen, you are crushing this. Good job running your second duel. It was wonderfully described, wonderfully stressful, wonderfully ran, like the mechanics, everything. Like, you crushed it. You crushed it, girl. You crushed it.
Impulse is still going at 100 miles an hour.
All right. If you are not part of our Discord community, we would love to have you over there. Come over here and tell these nerds, congratulate Glenn Dizzle, player of Timothy, on succeeding in his duel, our second duel of the game. So far, the party is 2 for 2 on their duels. Oh man, I just had the thought of what happens if when one of us loses a duel. Yeah. We had Chef Corhall portraying Bjorn, and I, of course, am DM Daddy RPG. Come hang out with us on Discord. We'd love to have you over there. There's all kinds of things: arts and crafts, cooking, book club. We're always talking about things. There's some fashion choice things happening in Discord right now about, does this thing go with this thing? We talk about freaking everything, y'all. You too, if this is your first time checking out Call to Arms, our Highlander campaign, there are 8 other sessions that you can go check out, and a nice lovely playlist over there on YouTube, as well as every other game we've run, except for back before I decided I was going to be a tabletop streamer, which there's 2 games missing, technically. But yeah, all of our games are over there. You can see these lovely faces across many, many things, including even the player of Verso, Artie, who's not there, but you can still see her face on stream. And then just Patreon, if you love what we do, if we give you excitement and happy and fun, entertaining shenanigans, consider subscribing to us on Patreon. Patreon gets you all kinds of cool rewards, all the way from YouTube credits to slots in games to merch. All the money goes right back into the channel. We do things like buying all the PDFs for the games and sharing them out, buying maps for some of the games, so on and so forth. All the merch that gets sent out to people of $20 or more subscribers, that all comes from Patreon. So if you would love what we do and you want to join our family, our not a cult, that's how you could do that. Oh, we will be back Wednesday with more Dungeons and Dragons Eternum. The party has found themselves in some serious hot water. Where they've made it to a town, and well, some of the common folk have staged a coup, so to speak, and some players are having difficulty with this. Some players don't know what's exactly going down yet because the party split into a 3-way split, even though they said they weren't going to split. And well, that always has fun consequences. And then Friday, of course, we're back with our Werewolf the Apocalypse campaign, our second campaign of an ongoing story. Woo. Woo. They did not split on the road. You were right, Ashley. I hope everybody has a great rest of your Sunday evening. Have a good work week, and we will hopefully see y'all on Wednesday. If not, we'll talk to you in Discord. Until then, this game was run by JenofThieves with her cotton candy hair this week. Timothy was portrayed by Glenn Dizzle. Bjorn was portrayed by Chef Corhall. And I, player of Jason Wild with an E, and DM Daddy RPG. And remember, Daddy loves you.